Hi. So usually I talk about relationships, lifestyle, I guess, a lot of different things. For this one, I wanted to talk about something else, but I just came back from a party, I guess, and there's a lot on my mind regarding this topic, so I'm gonna try to make it make sense. And the main topic is being socially awkward because I feel like for some people it's really difficult to understand why people are awkward or people feel really shy in a group setting. And for me, it's something that I thought I was mastering a little bit. I thought I was getting much better. But it's true that it's been a while since I've been into a situation that there's a lot of people that I don't know or I don't know that much. And it just happened, and I feel, I don't want to say awful, I don't want to be dramatic because I feel like I'm always really dramatic and I need to change this. It was not awful, but it was not the nicest time ever. I was not suffering, but it was not the happiest party in my life. Party, not during the night, party meaning a gathering in the afternoon to celebrate someone's birthday. And yeah, so I want to talk about this because I feel like it's difficult for some people to understand. There's a lot of people who relate, and yeah, let's discuss about this. So the main thing is that just before the actual event, in my case, you have to be really mentally prepared. Basically, you have to hype yourself up, if that makes sense, and you need to be in a really good mood because you know that getting there and getting to know a lot of people that you're not familiar with, it's gonna take a mental toll on your mental situation, on your health, I guess. Not physically, but also I'm gonna get into the physical part because when I was leaving the party, my heart was racing quite a lot. And again, it's been a while since I've been into these gatherings. Usually, lately I've been meeting with people, but just the people that I know, so it's been much easier. But yeah, I was getting ready to go to this afternoon gathering and I was overthinking about what should I wear. I was doing my eyebrows, like plugging them. I was shaving, trying to shave really well, but then it was worse because I was shaving this part and it got a lot of blood and now I have like the zits and the redness, so it was awful. And I was already pretty self-conscious about it. But yeah, I don't know why I feel like I need to look my best because then even if I'm shy, if I'm a bit awkward, at least I'm looking good and they will think that I'm good looking. I don't know, it's really toxic, I'm aware, but this is between friends, so it's okay to say it like this. So yeah, I was getting ready and like I said, hyping myself up, like trying to force myself to think that the situation that I'm about to get into, it's gonna be fun. Because if you go already with the mentality that it's gonna be awkward, you're gonna be shy, you're not gonna talk much, then that's what's gonna happen. So I was trying to fool myself a little bit, and I feel like it was working, at least for a little bit, because I was honestly excited, I think. So I went there, I was 1 hour late because this is another thing, I'm never late, but in these situations, I'm, again, quite awkward because I feel like if I go at the time that people are supposed to get there, it's awkward because usually people are a bit late to these kind of gatherings. But then I wanted to go there like fashionably late, like let's say 20 minutes or so. But then these 20 minutes were 1 hour and then I was really overthinking about the fact that I was 1 hour late. Like nobody gives a fuck. But for me it was already a lot and I was not even there yet. And that's the other thing, not knowing who's gonna be there. It's a lot. And my friend knows, the friend celebrating the birthday, the friend that organized the gathering, my friend knows that I'm quite shy and introverted. So before going there, she was explaining, like, if you don't feel like it, it's completely fine. If you want to be a little bit late, if you want to go, if you want to leave before, like do whatever make you feel better. And I really understand that, but it also puts you in an uncomfortable situation because you don't know if she's sending this text to everyone invited to the party or just to me because she knows that I'm a bit socially awkward. But regardless of that, it's good, I think, that the person inviting you has these considerations in mind and lets you know that it's completely fine. You can do whatever you want. That's super, super nice. So yeah, then I got there and I don't know, there's a lot going through my mind and I'm trying to be really smiley. And at the beginning, I feel like the very beginning, when you get into a gathering where you don't know a lot of people, the very beginning, the first like couple of minutes is key because it's gonna set the mood for the whole evening or for the couple of hours that you're gonna be there, at least for me. So I was trying to, like I said, to be really smiley, to make myself approachable and easy to talk to, and like saying hi to everyone and all of this. But then you start thinking about the silly things like, do I need to shake hands with everyone? Do I hug them? Do I just say hi from afar? Now that I hugged the birthday girl, do I need to do something else with the other people? And then it's the time that people introduce you, like the birthday girl introduces me to everyone, and you're overthinking because everyone has a different name, of course, and I'm trying to remember, but there's like 10 people or more, so it's basic, at least for me, I don't know how people do it, it's basically, again, for me, impossible to remember everyone's name. And then I'm thinking, what if we decide to play a game where we need to remember everyone's names? Never happens. I feel like it happened once in my life, but I don't know why I have it ingrained in my brain. So I try to remember everyone's names. And luckily there was some people that I met like one time before that gathering. So that makes it much easier. But still, it was really awkward for me. And when I say that it's awkward, it's not because of, this is really important. This is like a key point. When I say that it's awkward, it's because I'm socially awkward. Like everyone around me, when I go to any gathering, like 90% of the time, everyone is super nice. Everyone is super accommodating, super friendly, smiley, like the nicest people. But still, I think for me is the fact that I'm used to meeting friends almost one-to-one or in really small groups. So then when there's a setting, let's say like almost 10 people, it's terrifying. And I don't know why, and I would like to be okay with that, like just going to this kind of gatherings, birthday parties, whatever, and just be myself, and that should be okay. And for some people it's really easy, but I don't know why for me it takes a lot. And again, it's not about the people around me. They were super, super nice. It's all in my head. And then when I say something, I didn't say much, but when I do say something, I overanalyze what I said and I see people's reaction a little bit, because I guess what is terrifying for me is that if I have a conversation one-to-one, you just need to consider someone else's, like how he or she processes what you just said. But if you're in a group setting, it's impossible to cater to everyone. Like you're gonna say something at some point that one of those people are not gonna like or not gonna vibe with. And that's completely fine, because you have your own opinions and you should be confident and comfortable with the things that you are saying, because I'm not saying any out-of-pocket stuff. I'm not saying anything that's crazy. So it should be okay. But still, I don't know why the fact that there's like 10 different people and each of us has a different journey, different paths of life, and different ways to process the information. For me, it's terrifying to say absolutely anything. So I'm really jealous of people who are like social butterflies. I'm jealous and I'm not, because I know that I'm an introvert, and it would be basically my worst nightmare to be in these social settings like on a regular basis. But today I was like I said before, I was getting mentally prepared. I wanted to do a good job. And when I left, I was overanalyzing everything that I said. I didn't say much, so the overanalyzing went pretty quick. But see, and then when I said stuff, like when people were asking me things, people were really nice about it. So then I think, if I'm afraid that people are not gonna react well, but then when I talk, people do react well, like the fear should be over. I should be okay. I should get comfortable in the situation. But I don't know why this is not happening. And I don't know what it is. I guess it's some trauma from when I was a child. I would like to do some research about it. But it's really interesting. And it's something that I thought I was doing better. I thought I was not mastering it, but doing much better than before. But after this encounter, I feel like I'm doing some steps back, like going backwards a little bit. And it felt really bad. I have to be honest. Again, not because of the people, just because the way that I interacted with the people. Nothing, absolutely nothing against the group of friends that I was with. Everyone was super, super nice. But yeah, you just overanalyze and you overthink, and it's not the best time. And then you don't know, this is really cliche, I guess, but then it becomes awkward by the end, when you don't know when you should leave, if you should leave, how you should leave, like saying goodbye to everyone, just the birthday person. There's a lot to take into consideration. And then the other thing is that probably the other people are also really focused on themselves. They are not so focused on the people around them, because if I'm going through this in my head, of course I'm not the best in these social settings, but it helps to know that everyone is too focused on themselves to overanalyze everyone around them. So that should help. I feel like I know the theory, but then when it's time to put it into practice, it's all out of the window and my mind is blank, and it's impossible to act like a real person, which is crazy because I'm fucking 30 years old. I should be okay with these situations, but I'm not. And again, it's not like I'm suffering, like I'm having the worst time in my life, but yeah, it's not really enjoyable. And maybe, I don't know, maybe sometimes it's because I don't vibe with the people. Again, nothing against the people, just that I don't connect with them. But I don't need to connect with absolutely everyone to have a good time. It's not like I have these really high standards and we're just gonna be friends if you meet all these requirements. It's not like that. And again, the people were super, super nice. But yeah, you just overthink and overanalyze a lot, and it sucks, and it's draining, and it's tiring. Like, for example, today when I got home, after 20 minutes with the bus, when I got home, I was like really relaxed. I felt like a weight was left on my shoulders. You know what I mean? But my heart was still racing, but I know that it was in my comfort space. I was at my own home, so I could relax. But it's awful because we live in a world where socializing is really, really important. And thankfully, one-to-one, or maybe if we are 3 people, then it's okay for me to socialize and talk a little bit more and stuff. But in a group of people, I don't know why it's a lot. And maybe now that I think about it, maybe it's because I've never been good at settings where there's a lot of people. Let's say in school, I was not a good student, but I was an okay-ish student. But I was always going with a really small group of people, or maybe just with 1 or 2 people, and avoiding the big groups. And this was at school, high school the same, and then university the same. So I feel like I never got the courage to, I don't know, to feel myself to be comfortable in a group situation, and it kind of sucks. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world, but sometimes it does suck. And now, since I'm back from this gathering, it's really recent, so it's in my head. I feel like I'm gonna stop this video, I'm gonna upload it, and I'm gonna forget about it. But it's something to remember, because like I was saying, we live in a world where socializing is really important. And also, some of the people in this group, they were with their partners, and I'm trying to find my person, I guess. Now we're changing topic a little bit, but people meet people in this kind of scenarios, like a friend of a friend and stuff. But if I'm this socially awkward, it's gonna be impossible to meet people that might be really, really interesting, and we might connect on a one-to-one level. But since we are in a group, we don't have this opportunity. I don't know. I feel like, thankfully, people can sense that I'm a good guy overall, even if I'm really shy. I don't talk much, but when I do, I think like people get a good vibe, so that's good. But I don't know why this is not enough for me, so it's more comfortable, I guess, to shut myself off and to be really shy and introvert. But yeah, I guess it always could be much, much worse, because there's people who cannot say even a word when they are in a group setting, or people who struggle to have friends because of this reason. I feel like I have a good social circle, so I'm not complaining about that. But even if it could be worse, it could be much better. Not because I want a lot of friends, because I don't want them, but just because it would be nice every now and then to go in a group setting and feel like you belong and you connect with people. I don't know. I feel like at this point I'm just repeating myself, so I'm gonna finish the video here. But yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know if you relate with this, because it's gonna feel nice to feel heard, I guess. And yeah, I guess that's it. I'm gonna try to get a little mic, because I'm really motivated with this YouTube stuff. But yeah, for now, this is what you get. And thanks for watching. Bye bye.